So many people start an SSRI and notice something confusing. Their anxiety actually improves, their mind feels quieter, and they're less overwhelmed. But something else changes. They feel emotionally flat, less excited, less motivated, less like themselves. And the question becomes, if this medication is helping me, why do I feel less alive? My name is Dr. Anand Chaturvedi. I'm an adult psychiatrist and clinical researcher, and on this channel, I explain how psychiatric treatment actually works in real life, not the simplified version you hear online. And to understand this effect, we need to start with what SSRIs actually do. SSRIs don't make you happy. They make your emotional system less reactive. Now, anxiety is not just a feeling. It's a state where the brain's threat system is overactive. The amygdala and the related circuits are constantly scanning for danger. Small problems feel urgent. Thoughts loop. And the emotional alarm system stays on. Serotonin helps regulate the system. And when serotonin signaling increases, threat circuits become less sensitive. Now, the internal alarm quiets down and baseline tension drops. That's why SSRIs work so well for anxiety. But here's the key point. Serotonin doesn't selectively reduce negative emotion. It reduces emotional intensity overall. So you want to think of serotonin like a volume control. When serotonin activity increases, emotional highs come down, emotional lows come up. The overall range narrows. That narrowing makes anxiety manageable, but it can also make emotions feel muted. Now, this is what people describe as emotional blunting. So they may say, I'm calmer, but I don't feel excited. I'm less stressed, but I'm less motivated. And I feel stable, but also flat. So this isn't a paradox. It's how serotonergic regulation works. Human emotion isn't driven by one system. Anxiety lives in threat circuits. But motivation, drive, and anticipation are largely driven by dopamine-based reward systems. So serotonin's role is to stabilize and constrain extremes. And when serotonergic tone increases, the whole system becomes more controlled. That stabilization reduces urgency, and when urgency drops, motivation can feel quieter. This doesn't mean that medication is blocking dopamine directly. It means the emotional system is operating at a lower intensity. For many people, this trade-off is helpful. If anxiety has been dominating your mental space, emotional stabilization feels like relief. But for high-functioning individuals, especially those who rely on drive and intensity, this change can feel like a loss of edge. This is where clinical nuance matters. Emotional blunting exists on a spectrum. Mild flattening often reflects stabilization, but if the emotions feel significantly dulled, the serotonergic effect may be stronger than necessary. So in real-world practice, options might include adjusting the dose, or switching medications, or rebalancing treatment goals. Because the goal isn't emotional suppression, the goal is functional emotional range. Enough stability to prevent anxiety from running the system, but enough emotional access to stay engaged, motivated, and connected. And another important point is expectations. SSRIs don't create positive emotion. They reduce emotional noise. They lower threat sensitivity, and they reduce rumination. They create mental space. But medication doesn't generate motivation, purpose, or excitement. Those come from behavior, environment, and engagement with life. Medication stabilizes the system, but your life experience is activated. So this is why real-world psychopharmacology is about balance. Less anxiety often comes with less intensity, and the art of treatment is finding the point where stability supports performance instead of dampening it. So if you remember one thing, remember this. SSRIs don't reduce anxiety by making you happier. They reduce anxiety by making your emotional system less reactive. And when reactivity goes down, emotional intensity often goes down with it. So the goal isn't zero intensity. The goal is intensity within a range that allows you to function, perform, and stay engaged. Now, if this kind of real-world explanation is helpful, subscribe to the Dr. Z channel. This channel is about understanding the brain and psychiatric treatment, mental performance, and the way clinicians actually think about it. So I'm going to tell you stuff clearly, honestly, and without the hype. And I'll see you in the next video.